bouger. Qui camarade, baby, si on motema, oh you you moke. Asali songi songi, chéri, balingi teto vanga e papa. Akoka mwe papa. Masikini yo papa, ngana yo libale bouger. Ki camarade, baby si yo motema oyuyu moke. Asali songi songi chéri, balingi teto vanga e papa. Akoka mwe papa.
Again, folks, we want to welcome all of you. What a wonderful time, a beautiful time. Again, I want to say welcome to every one of you, wherever you are watching us from. Today is the 26th of December. I don't know your time. Whatever your time is, I want to welcome you in a very special way. I want to say thank you that we can again meet. This is our regular presentation time, radio time. And this is the new beginning platform. Again, we are back and we are back for true. We're sorry for coming so late. Technical issues are always challenging. So, nevertheless, we are here and we are here to have this conversation with you, with all of you. We are encouraging you to please share our program and send us stats. All right. If you are watching and you feel so much touched about this program, learn to support it because it's important. And again, want to encourage you to remain with us. Share this program. All right. We are on Care 95.9, and there's a radio station in Monrovia, Liberia. If you are in Monrovia and its surroundings, you can tune in Care 95.9, and we will be right at your living room, right in your living room. So again, I want to say, join us, sticking still, don't go anywhere. We are prepared. We have so much in store for you. And first, we usually begin with our um, with something very important, and we want to say a very big thank you to all of you. Let's go to Christopher and see. Christopher, um, is it Merry Christmas or belated Merry Christmas to all of you listeners? And I know we did mention prior to the Christmas, but again, want to say Merry Christmas. I know some of you are still celebrating the Christmas, however you celebrated, but I believe you celebrated it and in reflection to the meaning of Christmas. If you did anything otherwise, well, I can't say much of that, but I can tell you if you did it, with the mind of the meaning of Christmas, then that's great for you. I want to say thank you for joining us again. Please share, continue to share and share and share. That's what we ask for you. Make your comments. We have time for you to call in and make your contribution. So please don't go away. Share with others. We want you to share with many, 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 many persons. And thank you because I can see the number going up. Keep sharing and keep sharing the program. So again, Christopher is here. Chris, what's trending in Liberia? How you doing? How is the country? How is Africa? How West Africa? Is everything okay? And how Tucson is doing, the rest of the gentlemen in studio.
Yeah, we want to bless God again ever so much. And again, we want to bless God for life. And wow, just on the Christmas day yesterday, and somebody lost their life early in the morning. I said,
Oh,
wow, so
unfortunately.
frustrating. Yeah, the person said, no, helpless. Said she feeling weak. They rushed her to the hospital now. She died. So right around the community, it was very, very much. Uh, Everybody was, they can see the fear and
The sadness, you
the
know.
sound in everybody's faces. Yeah, got it. She
So
was.
was the person a community member?
Yes, 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 yes. Community members right in being the good time, Kisikiam, around Kisikiam. Yeah, very
Okay.
promising sister. Yeah, she lost a lot, especially on the day itself. It,
Yeah.
yeah, it was very frustrating.
Sorry for to the family and those of you who are bereaved, especially. You know, even uh, me too. I was going to work. It was the Christmas Eve, and on the highway, you know, man, it was a terrible accident.
Wow.
You know, somebody hit the bridge. You know, most of the bridges sometimes when they build them, then they pull a barricade, some kind of iron, so that you know to protect the
Yeah,
vehicle
yeah.
people. You know, but then I don't know how the person managed broke. I mean, they were probably very high speed, you know, but it was so sad. But
Yeah.
again, we are sorry to all of you, and
Mm-hmm.
continue to share the program, please. Share the
Well,
program.
we want to bless God being alive.
Mhm.
Like I said, every day, if you have not achieved anything in the entire your life, is most important. I gotta say that when there is love, there is hope.
Mhm.
More especially when hope is in Christ Jesus, you got a better hope. So again, we are grateful to be counted among the living because all over the years we work car back, no major accident on us. You know, we are moving strong. I want to bless God for that. You know, are you sure? Like bro, I don't care. As a saying, I say, people can say the country hard, one care the country hard. Whatever, like, bro, man, Christmas day, you
I
don't take.
was watching Chris. I was watching some of the video, and the people were packed all over in the street
Yeah,
selling.
back
You
and
know.
the street was back also. And of course, for me, but we're having our program, our December retreat program, so we're on the campground. But after maybe the break, like, I can go on social media and saying up to the point that even the 24th up to radio were back. Dwarak. I said, wow, up to 7 o'clock. Yeah, people were still buying. Even in town, I kind of whole screen were locked down, my pencil screen, Macklin screen.
Hmm.
And yeah, Macklin screen, yeah, that screen were locked down because I think MC get it put the late change to save what I particular CC. Yeah,
Okay.
they fit on the
So
other.
it's for the Christmas.
Yeah, they not been selling the feet on. They were not been selling the. This matter for we get for me. So they are not been selling. They are not been selling this few times. So about this one season again, and they go out. They people back. Nowhere to pass. So it's good. It's good, man. It's good. The Christmas can bring family together.
Yeah.
Yeah, all that and things. So want to bless God, the mother. The atmosphere is good, and even though all across social media, I have not yet any bad news.
Okay.
Maybe it's a child missing, or because most of these days, child children get missing. People can leave, some people can get joined the water. But I'm not seeing any news on social media like that, or even on the radio station like the person got joined, or so many people lost and looking for them. So we want to be grateful to God for that, and also, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. And I think
The only part where like bro, just one day, boy, America post somebody say I'm not a whole week.
who
Yeah,
took
so
the who
again,
took
yeah, only
whole
one
week
day.
for what?
Again,
Whole week for what?
we can see a lot of women. We can see a lot of people on the social media celebrating now. Oh, we celebration.
Let's see. The country is very very organized, so nobody take a week to celebrate Christmas over here. Probably, yeah, but I don't think maybe it's not. It's very rare for people to do that here because anyway, you have to go to work. I came
Christmas
from
Day,
work. I went to
Christmas Day,
work. I went to work last night. So can you imagine? And I
Monday.
have to. I should have worked yesterday.
People are workaholic.
You know, I should have worked yesterday, but I have to take off, you know, because I had to go visit my mom and, you know, other things. But again, it's, you know, Christmas, a wonderful time. And please share. We want you to share the program wherever you're watching us, you know. And this is just a prelude to our conversation today. And today we give some topic that you can call in and participate as well. But it's not making, you know, want to know, and it's just a way of evaluating ourselves, evaluating our community, you know, a group of people, or you know, our even the government, even groups that are responsible to do certain things in the country. What are they doing? How far they gone? So we'll talk about something like that when you call in, you know, and we're not going to allow you to focus on the issues. Do not abuse anybody because we don't entertain them. You know, this is very respectful. We want every citizen that call in to be very respectful to each other. That's why we want to promote here. That's why we want to cherish, you know, again, and nurture here. So again, want to say thank you. I think the president is in Lufa also. I think he went to spend his Christmas in Lufa with his people. I saw some pictures and people coming out to welcome him and so forth. Other people, maybe other representatives, other government officials went back to their counties, various counties, to celebrate with their people. Whatever the case have been, we want to say thank God we are alive. Thank God that you can see another Christmas. We all can see another Christmas. Again, we look forward, praying to the Lord to see, you know, the new year 2026. And it has not been all together, you know, so fancy and good. There are times you have, you know, moments, challenging moment, difficult moment, and so forth. But again, we are grateful. Okay, we are grateful to be here and to be here to present. This is what we chose to do, and thank you for joining us. Again, we want to use this time to introduce a new um, topic for us. Again, remember, this platform is doing a presentation, has been doing some presentation on what makes you a good citizen as a Liberian and as a national of any country. What makes you a good citizen? You are a citizen of that country. I mean, but what makes you a good citizen? That's the question we try to answer, and that's the question we want you to think about and to try to answer that question yourself. What makes you a good citizen? We have discussed a couple of indicators. All right, they may not be as exact as you may think, but we talk about a good citizen is one that is informed. A good citizen is a citizen that is informed. A citizen that receives information, check the sources of that information, be aware of the history of that source, make sure to authenticate the information, check with other sources, and have respect, be kind and respectful in presenting that information when you have gathered all of the facts. That is a good citizen. We also said a good citizen is the one that is involved, get involved, a citizen that get involved into community development, you know, unification, bringing people together, reconciling your community, you know, finding a common goal where all of you can build a healthy and a prosperous community. Getting involved, cleaning your community, you know, going for town meetings, you know, expressing yourself in a respectful way, you know, making sure that your points are, you know, listen to, that's a good citizen. Not only getting involved, but also as a good citizen, you always open your hand, your mind to a compromise, not compromising ethics or values, but compromising, your self ambition, or maybe something that has to do with yourself, your self interest in the interest of your community. So compromise is very important for a good citizen to ensure that they put that into practice. Good to compromise on common goals. And we'll talk about that. We give an instance of Liberian civil crisis, where of warring faction and people have to come together. And Liberia said, we give you positions in government, interim government, transitional government. Go take the position, take the ministry, put your guns down in the name of peace, because we are tired of killing ourselves. And every warring faction, agreed to the proposal. And they compromised by what? They put their interest down, the guns. They were disarmed and so forth. In your community, it helps a lot. All right. So keep the community united and focus on a common goal. Compromise is important as a good citizen. And then we also talk about not only compromise, but we did talk about other things that are very, very important. All right. We today going to introduce one good and very important subject. Before going there, let me just give the last one. We said be civil in your transaction with people, the way you behave, the way you do things in your community. Being civil means you have civic responsibility. One of the responsibilities we talk about, what is it important? We say, what is it important to be civil? It's important to be civil because it promotes democracy, freedom that you enjoy, freedom of speech, and every other thing. It keeps the environment, the community, and the nation stable. All right? Those are very good things that happen when people are civil in their community. All right? It brings about peace. It brings about justice and equality. All right? So you look at your fellow man and always following the rule of law. Civic responsibility, we say, one of them is voting, obeying the Lord, and those are things we're going to expand on later on. But today, what we're going to explain today is one of the indicators of a good citizen. If you are informed, if you are involved, you volunteer your services, if you also open your mind to compromise, if you are a saver, then all of those things are all indicators that show or that point out that you are a good citizen. Now, one very important indicator I want to introduce today, and that is reject violence. As a good citizen, regardless of your political affiliation, regardless of your faith, your belief, regardless of your gender, whether you are male or female, regardless of your status in the community, you must reject violence. A good citizen does not plan evil against its country or its people. A good citizen will not plan to steal money from government, money from public sources, funds for their own personal gains. A good citizen will not use the bathroom and take the black plastic and throw in anywhere. Did I get it right, Chris? Is that how they call that place? River Sunnywear, right? For those of you Liberian that are watching and you don't know, it's a drainage that runs somewhere around central Monrovia, coming down, it's connected to the sea as well. But you have many communities that live along the drainage. And what is one of the community, Chris? Can you name some of the community that we found around Sunnywear? And what's the other river? Do River, the one along the Jalatan area, going Cinco, going 12th Street, coming all the way back to what's the place name? Coming to, is it a double bridge or the bridges right to Johnson Street, coming up Johnson Street, and the one going Waterside, how they call, I forgot the place up there. So all the rivers are over there, Do not take, go ahead, Chris. You were saying
I
something.
say red no penny prison like bro.
Oh, come on. I lived Jonathan before. I lived Jonathan for long.
President, I know the name.
All right. So, but they just live from a slave way. Somewhere a slave way.
Yeah, slave community.
Come on, you were over there, you don't. I lived Jonathan for some time, for a very long time. And I know a lot of people, even the current chief of staff, I know him. Personally, I know him. Davidson Pauline. Honorable.
When I see you for the Christmas like brother.
Yeah, I know a lot of family, friends over there. All right. So again, what we are saying is that reject violence. All right. Never you think about planning violence against your country. It does not represent you as a good citizen. A good citizen will always think about following the rule of law. If somebody did something wrong, you don't have to take a knife and plug them and starve them. No. And one of the things, Chris, is that mob justice, that's a form of violence.
Yeah.
All right? We are not supporting the criminals. We don't support them here. What they do is wrong. But to just imagine that when you say thief, rogue, criminal, and somebody announced that, you see a lot of people coming around, but the intention is violence. Their intention is not to save that person's life. Their intention is not to follow the rule of law. I gave you an example. When I was about to come here, and the little money we had, to pay for our interview and so forth, I went to work, and then my wife usually would go sit at the front of the shop to sell, but this time she left the door closed door, the front door. And then, can you imagine, while she was sitting at the front, somebody, a thief, a young guy went in the house and searching for stuff to steal, money, anything he could get. So my wife decided to go back to the house. Apparently, something just, maybe God speaking, or something ran in her mind. Go back. And she went, and the door was open, and she stood out shouting, who is it? And nobody answered. So when she tried getting in, and the person saw the person, she came back outside running, and she just shouted, criminal. Look, Chris, the entire, you see the young men coming from all corners of the community. The old, the energetic people, they came. And as God could have it myself, I just came from work. So when they went in, they got this fellow. Some of them had cutlasses, they had stakes, they had so many things with them. So when I stood at the front of the door while they were bringing him out, so I said, "Okay, gentlemen, thank you so much." When they brought him out, I have to literally cover him. And can you imagine what was coming on my body? These guys made serious attempt to kill him right there.
Wow.
But I told them, no, you cannot beat on him. You cannot kill him. By the way, thank you that you helped me. It was your effort that we got him out of here. But I think we should follow the law. They said, for what? Why should we do that? Man, you think we're stupid? You think we did? Some of them were cussing. They were angry anyway. So I said, no, I cover him up. Here he's saying, some of them, they beat my, I still have some those mark on my head. I'm telling you.
Yes, man, fast.
Just to save him, I said, no, nobody gonna. So I told my boys, please get on a motorbike. We saw a motorbike. I sat on the motorbike. They were all running. They want to beat him and do all kinds of things. I said, no, we should not. You did a great job, by coming to help your neighbors. Now that we have apprehended him, let's turn him over to the police. He said, what police? I was Ellen Johnson's every time. I think her first term. I said, no police. I said, please, I beg all of you, in the name of God, please. So hurriedly, we got on the motorbike and came somewhere around. They had a police depot somewhere around LPRC intersection. That is in Gunnersville. In Gunnersville, they got that intersection there. And right after the intersection is the NTA. Just seconds or a minute walk. So I took him to the police and I said, this guy, we caught him, the citizen helped me, caught him in my house, attempting to steal my property. But, you take care of him. All I can do is to bring him, because if I leave him, they're going to kill him. And the police said, well, we'll put him. They said, but we don't have, what will we do? I guess they left him after war. And that was it. At least, the intervention was there. Even though he was violent, came to steal from me, but I didn't have right, to stand there and in my yard, my community, right in front of the house for him to be killed. I would be in trouble in the first place. Besides, as a Christian, I have no right to take someone's life away. So based on all of these things, and as a good person, I just let him go. I don't want to get into that. So even though the community members were angry with me, but I think later on they got to know my position. So what we're talking about here is very important for Liberia now. If you are a good citizen, you must reject violence. Violence is not the way out of solving solutions. And violence is not only going to beat on somebody or harming someone, but also your words can harm people. Morally, if you say bad words to people, that's violence. You're hurting people. You stand in the public, what you don't know about, you lie on people's names, you lie on other people. It is very wrong as a good citizen. In an advanced country, if you do that, you go into court. I'm telling you, you do that, that's not freedom of expression. Freedom of expression is not cursing people. It's not, trying to break people down, lie on other people. It is very, very wrong. And don't use violence as a means of your solution. And even if you are protesting, you are demonstrating for a very good reason. How can you pee in a plastic bag or a plastic bottle? You pee in it and throw it in the street. That is pure violence. You are violating somebody's right, the right to live, because you know why? If that pee spill over the person, they get sick, and sometimes it leads to death or it harm the person. It's violence. All right, you are violating their rights. All right. So what we are talking about, we have to change our minds and attitude. Reject violence. It is important, very, very important to reject violence. What is it important? All right. Good citizens should reject violence for several reasons. As a good citizen, we just explained few of them, but there are many reasons why you should reject violence. One could be ethical concern. All right. Ethical concern is like what people believing is right, but then other people go against it. Other people violate it. All right. So ethical concern is one of the main reason why violence should be stopped. Violence, as we know, is inherently unethical. It's not a good way, it's not a good behavior. It's bad. Violence is really, really bad. What it also does is that it undermines the principles of justice. It undermines the principle of justice and equality. Violence undermines the principle of justice. It is a violation of human rights and dignity. Now, we just gave you an example of how people sometimes, unfortunately, die due to mob violence. When you say role, can you just step back and think? Because sometimes people will lie on people's names and they say, oh, row, and thief, and everybody will come. Whatever they find is going on that person. You are violating that person's human dignity. Sometimes they are not even criminals. And somebody just lie. And you did not actually investigate the information. That's why I'll talk about the first thing. Be informed. If you are informed citizen, you will think twice and say, even if he's a rogue or criminal, do I have a right to stone him, to beat on that person, to kill them? Who gave you that right? Nobody has that right. The best way is, follow common sense. Things that everybody agreed upon and say, oh, this is the right thing. If you as a citizen apprehend, catch, arrest a person allegedly being, involved in stealing or taking people things away or armed robbery, I know that is a serious issue. If you are able to arrest a person, the citizen have the right to arrest them and turn them over to the law so that the law can determine whether they are criminals or rogues or whatever. That promotes, it enhances your ethics, it enhances your common standard of living. You can't be in a community and that community is noted of killing people. It's not a good standard. So, and especially as a country, it's not. So because of some ethical concerns, violence should not be an alternative for any solution. All right? It should not be used to find your solution or say, okay, there's the only way somebody will respond to this. All right? Violence, it is unacceptable. During the 14-year civil crisis, what violence did? Violence violated the rights of people. People were just killed because somebody asked them, can you speak Crown? Can you speak Mano, Gio? Can you speak Loma? And unfortunately, the president doesn't. Then that's death penalty for them. That's violence. All right? They have equal life, equal rights to live, just as you are living. So why should you take their lives away? All right? So all of these things are very, very bad. And that's the reason, as a good citizen, we are encouraging all of us, especially mob violence, that needs to be eradicated. But the only way we can minimize it, education, like what we are doing now, letting people know, understand that if you do that, you are undermining the principle of justice. You are undermining, meaning you are going against the principle of justice. Go to court. That's the way you can find remedy. If somebody does wrong, don't go and retaliate. You have the branch of government, the ministry, the judiciary. Use the judiciary to resolve issues. Do not, like land dispute. People are fighting and killing each other for land. That should not be. That should not be. If you are a good citizen, you always exercise your patience by using the law. Don't take, the other group will take group of boys. I watched a video some time ago, I think last month or last before, a video where there was a verdict giving case, I think by the Supreme Court. Then somebody has a land and another person took it. They build other things and they build, I think, a mosque or something. And then the court said, this person is the rightful owner of the land, turn it over to them. But then certain group of people, young men, they went there and they said they will not move. They cannot leave the place. And I think the police got involved. I don't know whether somebody died, but there was so much violence, concerning that. That's wrong. If you go to court and the court said this, respect that as a good citizen. We will stop right here. We only gave one reason why we should reject violence. All right? There are many we just talk about, little ones. But remember, because of ethical concern, and because of human dignity, human rights, because of justice and equality, don't take the law into your hands. Reject violence. Tomorrow we'll meet you again and we'll be here, maybe with another topic. If we are prepared enough, maybe you will have a group of young people tomorrow by 12 doing the presentation. I think we have to talk with somebody in studio for tomorrow. We don't have the guy coming. I hope Tucson can be there tomorrow. We have the young people coming up. Hopefully, if we are very set or we start next week. And I will be here again. We'll continue. If we don't have the young people tomorrow, then will continue with our topic. But again, I want to say thank you so much. This is where we start with today's lesson. and we are on what the theme is, what makes you a good citizen. And one of the things that make you a good citizen we talk about today is reject violence. Reject violence. Accept results. You know, even in soccer, you go play soccer like County League is, I think, on now, or maybe will resume sometime to come. When you are defeated, don't get in the street, disturbing other citizens. There's a way to channel your grievances. When I think I heard the coach from Cape Mount saying that, he will file in protest because his game against Lofa was like, he was not pleased. So, and that's good. You follow all of those, available channels to address your issue or to get a readdress. That would be very, very good. That's how we should do it. Even though later on journalists are and say, oh, people will protest, they have their right. But while you are protesting, just ensure that you are civil enough in your protest. But again, I want to say thank you for watching and for being part again here. Rufus, good. Rufus say, good evening, guys. I am following from Grand Bazaar. Thank you again. I stop right there. Thank you again. Rufus, you know, right? Okay. And then I see, oh, that's my sister, Princess Bima Jala said, Merry Christmas to you, my dear brother. Thank you so much for, and happy, many, many returns. And same to you. All of you that are watching, please share our program with other people. Today, we are going to open the lines. Be honest with yourself. Don't be rude, please, because we'll cut you off. All right? You can call from it doesn't matter where you belong, but to the point, please. All right? Call us and let us know. We want to know from you. Does the 1.2 billion budget stand to benefit your county, your community, your district? And if you know any allotment for your district, say district, this is going for this, tell us. Because we want you to know your own budget. We want you to know the national budget. How well do you know it? It's not just talking, how well do you know? If you are a university student, check on the budget. Let's discuss. Tell us what impact, even if that $2 is there, what impact you think going to make on the university? Is it going to make greater impact? Has it increased? Yeah, let us know. From Grand Gide, you can call in. What is the allotment for Grand Gide? Is it going to help Grand Gide? In what way? Agriculture? Oh, talk to us. Let's hear from you today. And don't forget, Chris will remind you about our fundraiser. We don't forget about that. We are raising money. I'm telling you, there are good Liberians, very good Liberians of you. Thank you for those of you who have been participating. You are very precious. Don't use all the Christmas money on yourself only. Give $1, a cent to other people for rehabilitation. We want to raise more money to give for rehabilitating our brothers and sisters that are in the graveyard. The graveyard. Christmas has come and gone. The food you ate yesterday, probably some people have even forgotten. But if you put $10 liberty, $20 liberty, $50 liberty into bringing somebody life, making them a better person for tomorrow, yes, you can be proud of yourself. Tomorrow they become a doctor, a nurse, a good teacher, a professor, a mechanic, a scientist, so many things they can become tomorrow. So again, I want to say, please join us in that endeavor. When you call in, there's a 1.2 billion making or will make impact in your community, in your district, in your village, in your, county. Is it going to make impact? What impact do you think will make that money, that fund will make for your community? So Chris is now going to read the number for you. Call in and let's talk about budget. Not only that, talk about our presentation. Reject violence. Is that a good thing? Yes, we believe it is. Reject violence, because violence will not help us develop ourselves. Again, this is the New Beginning platform, and let us do it together. We need you. We need partners. Join us. Support the program. And if you want to come on the program, let us know. We can arrange some time, and then we'll come and discuss all about good things in Liberia. Have a wonderful time. We'll join Christopher, who's in studio. And Chris, you can open your lungs now. Let's hear from the people. Now that we have spoken, let's hear from them.
Okay, folks, it's all yours now. And as Mr. Amanda Rexley said, that we are raising money, we are raising funds for the organization. We helping by the grace of God to rehabilitate the drugs addict that are on the street. We can be talking. We can be helping to progressing the government effort to fight drugs, and also rehabilitate our brothers and sisters out there, to make them a better person again in society. So please, the numbers to donate, if you want to donate, please don't call the number. The number above the call is the number that you can donate whatsoever God lay on your heart to this organization. The number to donate are 0886 902 584. I repeat, 0886 902 584. In the orange, 0770 370890. I repeat, the orange, 0770 370890. And the name, please verify the name. The name on this SIM card is Michael T. Foley. Michael T. Foley. Please, if you are donating, please text your name. After you send the money, make sure you text your name and the amount you send on the SIM card, so we can take your record, please. So we can take a record. We need record. Okay. Delaying the discussion. Don't be violent. Violence is not the way forward. And also, what you make of the $1.2 billion that passed, that came from the executive to the legislator and already been passed into law. It already been passed, so it will go back to the president for signature, so it can be finally passed into law. But again, if you want to place your call now on this radio and give your opinion, please be saver. The numbers to call are 00777 Again, 0777959 0777959 or better still, 0881 871 0881 670 0881 871 670. Are the numbers to call, 0777 959 959. Or if you are watching online, you want to call by the way of the internet, +231 777 959 959. Again, +231 777 959 959. We are still continuing the continuing of the fundraising for the George Adekin Liberia. So please, you can also call and make your contribution. Don't be violent. Don't be violent. In the country, we take in this country we take more violence for granted, and sometimes we all form of violence is not good, especially more violent. And sometimes some hear rule, we can even ask. Sometimes we are kill so many innocent people in this country, taking that a rule, but it's not rule. There one time I community more I know what you have been British you're talking rule. The people that are getting out of the border say what they want to rule. So you see, sometimes you have to be careful because you kill innocent people for nothing. Taking a criminal, sometimes we're good to ask and verify the information. Folks, the number to call 0777 959 959 0777 959 959 0777 959 959 or better still 081 871 672. We are also asking the question if the 1.2 million, if the 1.2 billion dollars will benefit you. You can call and give your input there also. 0777 959 959 0777 959 959 as the numbers to call and give your opinion. Also, what makes a good citizen? Say a good citizen should not be violent. Violent in all form of ways. Violent in all form of ways. Even there are some people, even when they're protesting, they won't put violence inside anything they're doing. They just want to be violent, and violence is not the way forward. 0777 959 959. That is caller. Hello, caller. Yeah, no, do you call from?
I'm calling from someone better to be South Burma country.
There, yeah, you.
Actually, we must just complain the government for the budget. But if we the Liberians see the budget will impact our life, and we the local citizens will not impact our life.
Why you say so?
Because those lawmakers will never want to sit down to say we will stay to discuss our civil servant salary. Let there be an increment on our teacher salary, on our doctors, on our other eminent citizens that are voluntarily working under government.
But there are allocation there for rules and other stuff, and things will not benefit when the government face the rule.
Benefit us if it comes to rural connectivity. I think that would be the only way the local citizens will benefit.
Oh, okay.
There will be an increment on the ordinary Liberians, our teachers. Teachers make a very low salary in the country.
Okay.
And they need to be looked at. So the budget will not make impact on the people because the lawmakers will not say one people one day to say, yeah, we need to look at this. There our teachers salary being increased. Our doctors salary being increased. Our nurses salary being increased.
So do you know the allotment for bombing? Do you know the allocation for bombing?
The allocation, the kind of development fund for bombing county, do you know about it?
No, they have not come to the local level as to how the budget has been scheduled to know what is allocated for bombing county. Well, let me just honestly say for you tonight. For the past budget that has been coming into this county, for me, bombing county, I tell our people today, let's manage our resources.
Mama, the first they come from Bombay County.
The government makes us understand today that there will be no longer Ministry of External Affairs, it's under the Ministry of Local Government. Then now under the local government today, I was sitting use our money to back up for our city mayor, back up all of people, and people at the under the executive branch of government. So
Okay, what do you mean? Also, we have two topics. Also, the violent. Well, we say
Yeah,
violence.
rejecting violence.
actually we must do some violence because I don't think that violence is the way out of this country. When it comes to president under the constitution of this country, every president has the right to assemble, but in your general assembly, you must be somehow civil. Control the people that you are interacting with or who you are taking in the street.
Okay, so you reject violence.
You know, I reject violence absolutely.
Okay, man, one for we doing also we still carrying a donation or helping our brother on the street. They trust others then they like brother get called Zoko, so we can donate to the organization, please.
We know your number for the donation.
Yeah. Okay, that's the number.
Okay, then I'll check it out to tell you how much.
And answer now to him. And answer.
Okay, I can read it to you now.
Of course.
0770
0770
37
370
890
890
370 890.
370 890.
Yes, 0770.
And then amount you can
And
afford.
the name is Marco T40.
Okay.
Yeah, so any amount you can send. Please, if you send the money, maybe make sure you
Text your name.
Yes, your
Please.
name and the amount.
No problem.
All right,
If
thank
you're
you.
not receive it tomorrow in the morning.
No problem. Any amount.
Thank you so much.
God bless you, sir.
Merry Christmas.
07, you can do the same. 0777 959 959 0777 959 959 0777 959 959 or better still 0881 871 670 0881 871 670. I repeat 0881 871 670 0777 959 959 0777 959 959 are the numbers to call. Give your contribution on this radio, folks. We are asking questions. With a $1.2 billion help you as a Liberian, help your community, help your country, help your district, and also we are looking at violence, all form of violence, mob violence, abuse, domestic violence, all kinds of violence. We are rejecting it as a good citizen. Let me partake of any violence. You have a red, but while you're red, stop. Don't infringe on other boy red. Also the form of violence. So please, if you want to make your opinion, give your opinion. Whatever we discuss here, we're not saying I will know, or we say our own. You call
Now
you
that, and Chris, now they have the time to say their mind. And also, this exercise is very important. We want people, don't just sit when you hear from people, the way they did the budget, they didn't think about us.
A very key point, Mr. Mano, because you see, sometimes people who can just hear from politicians out there. We ourselves as common citizens, we don't really say, but what we're not even the man, I don't know why is our bombing country. So you see, we're not even getting the what inside for our district, what inside for our country, what inside for us. But we just cause we want to come on a benefit. You ask the common man, but know if they give money, but how much you not know. So
and Chris, you see, information is a right for the people to know.
Of course.
That's why also I think here BC, that's some of the responsibility they have to disseminate government information to the citizen. All right? There are people that you do budget analysis, take pieces of it, just focus, okay, today, want to focus on bombing. I want to focus on Cape Mount. What is allotted for Cape Mount? What is going there to Cape Mount for education? What is going there to Cape Mount? Even though there are various representatives or senators or representation they have at the legislature, should have some town meetings before even the budget is approved. When that draft is available, because they give them the drafts and they give them some time to go over the draft and then come and discuss and scrutinize the budget. If it's lawmaker, policy maker, it is their responsibility. That way you have a lot of staff in your office. If you can't reach to the people, okay, now you got vehicles. Send your staff. Let the people have maybe 2-3 town meetings and look for somebody maybe who did public administration and have also knowledge in finance, or somebody who have knowledge in, knowledge in analyzing the budget. Because once you do public administration, even at a higher level, you should be able to explain the budget. You should be able to explain the impact. You can make projection of what the budget is going to do. That's why even that legislature, they need to hire qualified people. When the budget comes, whenever the budget comes at the House, other advanced nations, they have a different team besides the representatives themselves. There is a specialized team for the budget that will analyze that budget and tell the policy makers, because policy makers are not analysts. They don't analyze the budget. They don't make projects. They are politicians. Politicians, they talk about good things, what they're going to do, promises, but people will dig into the budget and they give you the analysis and say, look, this is what the budget is going to do for your county or your district. In terms of education, because people learn that in public administration students. They teach them how to analyze the budget and give projection. You do graphs and tell and give some indicators and say, this is what we have in terms of health. This is what we think might happen for district this. Now, if you go to discuss that budget with your colleagues, you have knowledge, you have some information that you can depend on and debate the budget. But without that knowledge, how can you even debate the budget? So the House of Representatives, I don't know what they have or they don't have, but both houses need the budget office, not the budget office for themselves, but a budget office created that whenever the executive send the budget, they send that budget into that office, and they are only responsible to analyze the budget. You are looking at the impact of the budget. They're not going to talk about, how government going to raise the revenue. No. How that money is going to be used and will have impact on your citizen. That's what advanced countries they do. And most of them have so many people they employ. They employ most of these people in their offices. But are they employing the qualified people? Because if you employ somebody who is qualified, you must pay them the money. You can't ask me to go work there and I must get real money. All right? Because I'm doing a job that is complicated, difficult, but because the knowledge I have acquired, I'm able to analyze the budget and tell you, the representative, if you agree with this budget, you agree this amount, you agree with this amount, this is what's going to happen in your district, in your county. That's how it works. And then take that message to your people. How do you explain to your people when the budget is at 200 million and they say 100,000 for District X for health? How do you measure health? Because you don't have the knowledge. You're a politician. You're not going to tell them, this is what I'm going to report. You got people who are professional, who can do the job, and they give you a perfect representation how what's going to happen. I believe maybe under the executive, the budget bureau maybe does that before they take it to the president, which of course is important because the president needs to know what, if you say health in Lofa County. Health is broad, but there are people that will do the analysis, they come out, they analyze that budget and say, tell you, and say to you or tell you, Mr. President, it will put 1 million in Lofa County. This is what's going to happen under health, under education. Then you have those indicators that you can use tomorrow to measure and say, okay, last budget it was this. Maybe the senator from Lofa County, Saros, and the other people and the caucus, they will say, oh yes, Lofa County in our review, whatever they gave us, projection they gave us, the analysis that was done, we receive it, the result, the outcome. If you don't see the outcome, the very same office is able to analyze that policy because a budget, when it's signed, approved and signed by the president, it becomes a policy. So the same office can go back and analyze the policy. Did it work? Did our decision really had impact on the people? Now you as a politician, you go to your people. We said this is happening. Is this thing happening to you? This is happening to you? And the people say yes. But budget come in and go. I don't know. Let me not say, maybe you have people that are doing it, and at the end, you got a lot of brains in Liberia, you got a lot of smart people, you got clever people, you got people that have knowledge on this, so that you the representative, you don't have to be struggling when they give you a copy of the budget. Oh, where would I start from? You got professionals. But again, Chris, let's go back to our line. Time is fast spent.
077 959 959. You want to give your opinion, your contribution? 077 959 959. 077 959 959. Or better still, 0881 871 670. 0881 871 670. I repeat, 0881 871 670. 0881 871 670. Hello, Colonel, do you call from? Hello?
I can't hear them.
You calling from where? There, hear you.
Chris, with the volume low.
Yeah, hello? Yeah, we are getting you. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
To the city, you know, having always doing one, they can't tell you do one, you can't tell. Then how you be taking pay when you start working for government? You're just there to support government. If you want to do something, hurry. You know, I do budget, I said before, in budget for all the whatsoever, you know, having question.
We're asking you now if it will benefit you now. Or asking if the budget will benefit you.
Then you say you don't have any people. That's my question.
All right, you want an answer? Okay, listen. Because I think some of you, when you call, you don't really listen. That's the problem.
Okay,
We
now
never said there are a lot of smart people. That's what we said in Liberia. There are a lot of professionals in Liberia. And our focus was on how the people in the interior, in the community, will understand their budget until the representatives or the senators go by to their people and begin to explain to them in using town hall meetings. And then the question was, even the representatives, they have a lot of resources to hire people within their offices that will analyze the budget for them. Representatives are politicians. You need professionals who will analyze the budget and show you indicators and advise you so that when you go to debate day,
Hello, Colonel Kwavon.
Good evening. How are you?
Yeah, no, Kwavon.
Yeah, my name is Eric Yankee. First, I speak.
Yeah, you like what are you?
Yeah, thank you very much for your show. I really appreciate the show, but I have some recommendations in regards to the budget. It is good for the budget, but one thing, if they are saying get 20 million for Lima County, they should be acting my.
Go ahead, sir. Chris, you having trouble in there?
This 5 million for the especially of the kids, or if 10 million for the hospital, and say at least 1 million for mattresses, because most of the hospital, the clinic, you don't even have mattresses there. So if the auditor is going back there to audit, this one was used for buying care, mattresses, and mattresses are not in its place, then it will make things easier for the auditors. Well, those things are not done. Then the following year you leave it undone and add another $1 million on our budget, and it will just be something that the common people will not benefit. So I recommend that the lawmakers also should make to make our work easier, because we don't want to say tomorrow the people are wishing something else. So that's my recommendation.
Thank
All
you.
right, sir. You want to make donation to our program, Chief?
Say again?
I say, been following the program, we're also raising funds, to help our brothers and sisters out there, those that in drop the line.
Yeah, but Chris, the way you're talking, you gotta be proactive. Put voice into that
folks,
conversation.
0777 959 folks, 0777 959 a better says 081 871 670. Other numbers to call 0777 959 0777 959 959. A better says 081 871 670. 081 871 670. Add the numbers to call and give your own opinion on this topic that we are discussing. We are also discussing what makes you a good citizen. Also, be civil and also reject violence. All form of violence should be rejected in our society. 0777 959 959 0777 959 959. Add the numbers to call.
Chris, can you hear me?
Yes, you. Yeah, I'm getting you.
All right. I know we still have more time because of the time they took. All right. So,
Hello, Colonel, do you call for?
what's going on?
Yeah, we're trying to. Calling from Cooper Farm.
That's so low. I can't hear the person.
What make the country to give back to the no one to help the politician in order to analyze a particular situation within a year of budget and the budget a deal, but it can't benefit on nothing. Look at how the government telling us it's the first Africa in Liberia history for all to reach 1.2 billion. Yeah, we agree we reach 1.2 billion, but what benefit the Commodore? So if we got people that who within the office of the lawmaker and analyzing the situation, I think the country will prosper the right way. But we tell so we look at it again. Yeah, enter 1.2 billion first of Africa in Liberia history. So we'll see, brother. So there is now a contribution towards the show about the analyzing of the budget the brother talking about. And our young man did not understand just attacking the guy that kind of a way. No. Man, make it simple and say we have more land people in Liberia and he
I said it.
People will bury the current even president of our country. You see, the budget, we got people to analyze the budget there. The Commodore will benefit. So you're thinking about the show, man.
What make you up? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, sir. You also want to make contribution to our program donation for rehabilitation of our brothers, sisters.
I will call you back after the show.
No, we can just read the number. We can read the number out to
No, you can call back after the show. No problem. Because you got to call us on.
Read the number.
086 902 584. Yeah, the name that Margot T. Foley. That's the name on it.
Whenever you give donation,
Yeah,
please text
Margot
your
T.
name.
Foley.
Okay, Margot T. Foley. Go ahead, call the number.
Okay,
Okay, thank you.
thank you. Hello, call another call from. Hello?
Hello, how you doing?
I'm fine. Yeah, where do you call from?
I'm Princeton B. We're calling you from Johnsonville.
Let's hear you.
I agree with the saying concerning about the budget, but one thing I want for all to notice, most of the lawmakers don't want to implore, they don't want to bring in someone who is educated. You see that? Someone who sometimes when they are in their office, they show them a way for they feel that you are dictating to them. These are some of the reasons that sometimes when the budgets go to that lower house, I want a few guys there that can sometimes speak on that, but a few guys, they are not many. So it's like, so say yes, so say oh, that was something that the budget will get passed quick. Before they come to their senses that this is the thing that been placed in the budget, they are already signed it. And when you go, their notion most of the time is when you are educated, you in your office, sometimes you want to argue with them in a stable manner. It's not about oh, I am the lawmaker, but we have that because you are the lawmaker. You don't want to go by sometimes guy for your officer to show you the way forward. Sometimes they don't want to do it, so they will go for sometimes the high school graduates. Sometimes they go for the petty people who don't know the way forward when it comes to budget. They will just sit there and place them into those offices. And when you place them there, when budget time, they will not be able to go through. That's the cost.
Okay. We also, but yeah, you want to tell your topic? Yeah, you feel violent or what? We got two discussions. The budget when you're discussing about the violence.
The violent tools are one of the things, and I like what are trying to take the station to be mine. You see me? It's good to be out of violence.
Okay.
Violence cannot build our nations.
sometimes it's good to address your issue in civil way. If you try to address issues that someone want to come up with violence, you as a sensible person, you need to say no and try to continue to push the civil way. And when they bring in violence, you keep me from it. That's all.
Okay,
thank
folks,
you.
you want to make a contribution to this program?
No, for now I don't have.
Yeah, but
You know.
you can tell the number, just in case you have, they can give.
Okay, yeah, I would tell the number. I listen through my phone, so just recall the number, then I'll get it.
Okay, I'll call the number.
Thank you so much for your contribution.
077 959 959 077 959 959 Opera State 081 081 871 670. I don't call another call phone.
Even call.
Yeah, Chief.
Yeah, I got tuned in, but I took certain portion of the topic that I think discussing about people must see how the violence to everything.
Yeah, all form of whatever would you reject as a good citizen, we should reject all form of violence. And we are also discussing the budget. With the 1.2 billion, I help you.
Yeah, thank you. You know, I love the message so much. And we live in the world since 2005. We believe that those measures have been resonating in the country. But my brother, you as a journalist, sorry for the question, but you think that, bro, diplomatic and just solve that problem if you look at the way the country goes.
I will asking you questions now, so we can get citizen view.
Yeah, because for me, I look at it a bit different. I don't think that people, because since 2005 and now we have been peaceful. Even though we have been put there and all of things, but it has been major that the way all of people expect it. But for me, that I don't see it as diplomatic and stuff problem, because if you look at it, all of people have been marginalized and all of people.
Also, you mean? I trying to say, we should go into violence. What do I mean?
When I'm talking about violence, I'm talking about going to war, taking quality decisions.
But all form of violence should be rejected now.
Yeah, but if you say that all kinds of violence should be rejected, then that brother can be settled. So because only protest can stop this country.
No, but protest, not violence. When you protesting, doesn't mean you're causing trouble.
Unless when you pee the plastic,
unless that you think violence. Man, I've even seen in developed country where even one person protesting with a placard. They're not blocking the road. They just stand on the sidewalk and shoot a placard up. That's a protest. But we're saying now why you protesting violence, chunking right up.
Yeah, in what about the protesting now? What about want to interpret a different way that maybe what about want to disturb you want to start a peaceful movement? All people know.
No, often because most often it had it and peaceful. Most often the African, especially Liberia, it had it and peaceful.
For my understanding, any protest is not get peaceful.
Easy.
Protest because you don't know how it ends. So it's not peaceful, but in Liberia, we're going to look at situation because it's very wrong for you to get one set of people that people will not be stupid all of the time. The more especially the first branch of government. They have the place the thing coming from. And where my view coming from, let me get land to it quick because all I'm born in land. My view coming from to the labor angle. When you imagine saying the decent white I will probably the former president Ellen Johnson Shelley. Because it's not coming in hot. In fact, they were forced to pass that law, to my understanding. Say it was past 10 years now, there is no amendment on that law. But only the local government act, only because it takes some power from them. Then someone can go and say the court.
Can you answer what can lead to amendment? What brings you amendment?
Why you see people lavishing?
Yeah, but listen, I ask you a question now. Listen, small.
Yeah, fine.
Why, Mr. Man?
What do you think? What do you think will prompt an amendment of a law? What do you think? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you now, sir.
So my question is, you talk about amendment, and you want to amend, or the legislature hasn't amended the law you just spoke about. What do you think should prompt the amendment?
You're asking the local government act?
No, the Decent Work Act. Why you
Decent
think
Work
they should?
Act.
Why do you think they should make changes? They should amend that law. Why?
Yeah, because the law is not improving citizen life. Because it's not about any for $3. Look at the economic situation in the country right now. What for $3 can do a family man who got 3 children? Let me get to that limit. With what? And those 3 children going to school and got to feed your family. And you talking about who that did it? So I think we told them was that when people on the street running campaign for them or doing all that thing, those laws to be one of the laws that because you see, we can say almost 30 to 45% citizens in the labor sector.
Who is your representative? Which district you live?
Our representative Jerry K. Yabo, District 12.
How many times does he have town meeting with you guys? Do you even attend the town meetings?
I'm not getting clear until you.
How many times has he had town meetings with the citizens of that district? And do you even attend any of the meetings?
It's not my knowledge that Jerry Yabo ever hold town hall meeting or maybe community meeting to hear from the community or maybe from the district. It's not my knowledge.
Have you written him? Have you called him? Why you have not had any?
Have you called him?
Well, we don't have a number. We don't even do radio appearances the way other representatives can do into our district. For me, I don't see him doing those things.
But do you know his office?
I know his office when you are running, but saying being representative, I can always pass it out of it. It's not functioning because you can't be passing the lawmaker of it all the time. You get close.
So I want to encourage you, brother. If the community is going to change, the effort has to begin with somebody. So, like the way you have some good idea, all right? If you want that law to be amended, you must first discuss with your lawmaker. And the lawmaker, the thing about amendment, trying to amend laws, you first have to review that policy. I like the way he said 10 years. What was the legislative objective of that policy? What was their objective? How long do they want that objective to be achieved? If the objective has not been achieved, this is the same thing I was talking about. You got a lot of learned people who have the knowledge, who can sit, pick up that policy, analyze that policy, review that policy, and make recommendation to the policy makers and tell them, look, this law has not done anything you said or what you created it for, the purpose, it has not achieved it. So there is a need to either get rid of this law or add something onto it that will help our people. It begins from there. You will go on the radio station and talk about it. It's not going to happen until you hold your legislators accountable. Call them for it. If they are not having a meeting with you, you have every right to find his number, call him and say, Mr. Representative, you are not doing good to us. We need town meetings. We have issue. He's supposed to have gone to you and explained the budget. Do you even know the allotment for your district? You don't even know. Perhaps you don't even know. So we'll talk on the radio and say, okay, you know the government is not doing, the government is not doing that. The reason is you are not in touch with your policy makers. And that's why there are a lot of laws on book that no longer exist, that are no longer meaningful, but they can't get rid of them until a policy review is made. You have to review that law and see whether it have achieved its intended goal. If not, then those who are administrators, public administrators, then they can suggest to the policymakers, But do they even have that in their offices? Do they hire people that learn in that area?
The people you can't ask those people easily. Some of them they don't even know your intention. Why you going to their office for? They feel that money. That the problem is facing face. That the problem facing with lawmaker in this country. Even if you go in there with different ideas, other people in the office feel that you go there for money. That's the problem.
Yeah, but because they got it.
To call on the honorable in the district, they should do a direct pay. Let me try to have some of me so we can share view.
But it is your right to call on him.
Look at you talk about the industrial park in Mosarado County or Morovia industrial park. The honor is probably of direct pay. Why the OSA we got in the industrial park? You can't
Yeah, but these are things. These are things you need to call the attention of that lawmaker. You know his house, you know his address. You have every means. You can write him a letter. You can call. They should make their numbers available to their citizens. If they don't do next time, you don't vote for him. You vote for somebody who is more responsible. But again, elections will come, and people will go for a bag of rice, and they vote for the wrong person. And when they get there, then you'll complain. Any policy maker that any policy maker does that.
Because I still recall the land representative we hired before Derek was the same me, because they need money or eating every day. District office headquarters all of the time. I was stuck in the district. I wanted to stuff in the district. So
it is unfortunate. I know most of the people are faced with the same issue. But again, we are encouraging the policy maker. If you want to make a difference at the legislature, you must have the qualified people. You don't take people, that run campaign for you. You must have qualified people to help your office become more valuable.
I know how much you're taking by a point of billion, but you can another loans that number. They didn't want to tonight. I was trying to remember the point of billion.
Thank you.
Okay. 086.
Wait, let me call the phone and you call it out ticket.
Okay, thank you.
And please text your name after sending the donation. Text your name on that same number, please.
Okay, folks, for those of you that want to contribute, the number
we have 7 more minutes.
The number to contribute are 086 902 584 086 902 584. Take my time. 086 902 584. The orange 0770 370 890. 0770 370 890. 0770 370 890. The name on is Marco T. Foley. Marco T. Foley is the name on the singer. Please, if you make a donation, please make sure you forward your name and the amount to this particular number that the same number you're donating to, the same number you're sending the money to, the same number you text your name and the amount that you are donating, so we can have records of you that you are one of those that contributed towards the program, because it is a continual process. It's an organization that will continue to help the for now we are starting with the drugs addict. So folks, we have few more minutes to go. We can squeeze in 1 or 2 calls. 0777 959 959. 0777 959 959. I repeat, 0777 959 959. Or better says 0881 871 670. 0881 871 670. 0777 959 959. 0777 959 959 are the numbers to call. 0777 959 959. Or better still, 0881 871 670. But the man I tell you, we're going to be wrapping it up, because of time.
Yeah, so I mean, I know the time. You're always talking about time, Chris, but I want to say thank you to the callers, those of you that called, those of you that are watching us. If you want to call, we still have little time in calling. But I want to say thank you for your participation, taking off your time to listen to this program. We beg of you, please tell others about this program. We want this program to reach to as many as we can, many persons, so that they also can have the knowledge. Please, we beg of you, share the program whenever it comes to you. Share so that others will have access, because we discuss things that are so important, relevant to the growth of our nation, Liberia. So I want to thank you so much. Tomorrow we'll be here, the same station. It's not going to be the same time. Tomorrow will be 12 p.m. Liberian time. 12 p.m. Liberian time. We are arranging with a group of young people who will begin some learning presentation.
Le colonel du Couvent. Again, please.
Imon S. Walla from Salala District.
There you
On Monday.
There you Chief.
Yeah, the budget Benewa you're talking about. The budget going up. Yeah, we understand, but why the poor who can vote for them putting what they want to go there? They can't just talk about town chief. Because if something happen in the town, you could say, well, the town chief. Who the town chief? But one thing, no love, because interesting about town chief, at least they can be getting small motive. But when something happen in the town, you go there, that town they don't want to see. Police go there, you say, well, the town chief. And then secretly that go in the town, anything that happen there, you say, well, the town chief. Why? The town chief need alley. People can't think about the budget bench, alley, let the town chief them be getting money.
So if you want a town chief to get money, will you be willing to go for election?
Yes, because budget going up. So the
town chief too can be elected by the people instead of just taking one person and say you the town chief.
I'm getting you.
You want town chief, you want the chiefs to be elected. You want people to vote for the chiefs. Yeah, but the town chief, usually we know that the job being appointed, or maybe your father or their father, living father, put you there as a town chief. But you want pay. If you want pay, then the people will vote for you. When you win, then you become a town chief, maybe for 1 year, 2 years. You want it that way, that will be fine. So that when you do something, the people can move you too. But anyway, the local government act is working, and I know follow Ministry of Internal Affairs, and I believe town chiefs are also included on that discussion. So, and we hope that EFBC, these are things program that you should be really reaching out to the people. I hope you're doing it. If not, take advantage, because a lot of people want to hear more about their government. But again, we want to say thank you for calling. Representative, you hear your town chief. Make sure the law, you work it out and include the town chief as well. All right. So we want to say thank you for playing the listening role. Thank you, Chris, and the guys in studio. Tomorrow, as I said, we'll be here 12 p.m. Liberian time. We have some young people. You got your children. Please make sure you follow TMB Online Television. Subscribe to that television. If you go to YouTube, it's there. So when the young people start teaching, we want to help our brothers and sisters back home, especially the young kids, how to read and also be a very good reader. I want to build a reading society. a society that we love reading. And I believe the young people who are coming up now, we can begin with them. So we have some young people coming up to start from somewhere. If you have your child K1, K2, even first grade, because in first grade here read better, read very well. I mean, I'm not saying better than the first grader in Liberia. We also have a very strong, educational system. We just need a lot of improvement. All right, and one of the improvement is we want to bring some people on the platform to help even an hour to go through that. But please, you have to get your children around the radio or your social media. Subscribe, go to Facebook and look for TNB. TNB. T as in Thomas, N as in Nancy, B as in boy, online TV. Subscribe. Follow that TV, that online TV, so that whenever we come on, you can receive a notification and then bring your children every Saturday on the program so they will listen. All right? That's part of our contribution. Chris, thank you so much. And anything, Chris, before we close?
Yes, again, just read the number again as we close. 086 is the number to donate, the number to send your contribution, 086 902 584 086 902 584, or better say 0770 370 890. And the name is Marco T. Fode. Please make sure if you are donating, send your name and the amount you donate to a particular number like you are sending the money to. Mr. Mano, after you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Chris. And this is how we love to leave our people. Have a wonderful Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. And as we are expecting the new year, we pray that everyone, we all can cross over to the new year 2026. And thank you. Chris, you know how we can meet, where we can meet. So, and I send you very beautiful message. I know you read it and you feel very good. The private chat. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful and pleasant time.
When freedom raised her glowing form on Mount Sorato's verdant height, she sat within a doom of a night, met lowering stars and thunderstorms, the star of liberty, unceasing from the waking morn, its banner shield of golden flame, she lifted it in her proud name, and raised her people long forlorn to know their destiny. The Lone Star forever, the Lone Star forever, oh long may it soar over land and over seas, deserted nor never, uphold it forever. Oh shout for the Lord.